So in this episode, we're just going to have a casual conversation about our food experience here in Portland, but I think it'll have a good side effect to help you eat better.
I'm Siena.
And I'm Toast.
We're partners in love, life, and music, and we've been together since 2001.
With each episode of this podcast, our goal is to help our fellow LGBT community members lift their lives to the next level.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, and welcome to this episode about eating and cooking and fooding.
So it's another lighter episode for you all. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, but first off, it's such good timing because today one of my brothers sent us this amazing find. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. Okay, so I'll let you hear. Can you guess what it is?
It could be so many things.
Okay, so
but it's food.
My brother sent me from Hilo, Hawaii's Local Buzz. So that's the brand. Hawaii's Local Buzz. Macadamia nuts. Handcrafted, small batch, grown in Hawaii. He sent 3 different flavors. We have sweet and smoky, garlic parmesan for toast, and cinnamon bun crunch.
Not for toast.
Not for toast. Now, the thing about this is why I am extra excited about this. Whoa. Sorry. Bear has just jumped up on all the equipment here, looking at the macadamia nuts.
There's our cat.
All right. Why this is so exciting is that these people are so excited about their macadamia nuts, even boasting with a guarantee that if it's not the best tasting macadamia nuts you've ever eaten, you can get a refund. If you don't agree with them that this is going to be the best, you can get a refund. So that's one thing that makes it so exciting is the confidence in their product. Okay. Number 2 thing is these nuts are dehydrated. Now,
as opposed to being roasted.
Yes. So now with roasting tends to be much higher temperatures than dehydrating. So when you dehydrate something, it keeps a lot of the nutrients and all the goodness of the nut. So you're not just getting a high-fat nut product. You are getting a high-fat, nutritious nut product.
Oh, okay.
Where it's not a dead food. So I was so excited to try this.
Not dead meaning not having been roasted alive.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
So this is the
and killed
sweet
in
and
that way.
smoky.
And there's no preservatives, right? Oh, no, there is.
Oh, my gosh. So good.
There is.
So good. I couldn't talk to you, Toast. I couldn't answer you.
Sorry. Oh, there's actually...
There's no preservatives in
It's
this.
anti-caking kind of agents.
Okay, that must be in that one. This one
Okay.
does not have any.
Okay. You know why? Because this one has Parmesan. Probably,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You can't have Parmesan caking.
So the one that I tried is the sweet and smoky, and it has only 5 ingredients. You know, the less ingredients your food has, the better for you. Toast, taste the garlic parmesan.
Unless the ingredients are fat, sugar, and that's it. What?
Taste
you want me to taste this one?
Yes, and tell everyone
okay.
if it's great.
Okay. Don't worry, this whole episode is not us tasting things.
Oh my gosh, so good. Again, sweet and smoky. Okay. This is the best. I promise you, folks, this is the best. They're right. Do you think they're right? What is that one? You like the
I'm
taste on that?
satisfied. Oh, yeah.
Wait, satisfied or like elated?
Not elated.
What?
But, you know, I'm less of a foodie than you, I think. That's all.
So you rather have nuts in a can?
No, I'm satisfied with this. This is good. This is
But
like
satisfied is so like lackluster. Like if you had macadamia nuts in the can, the type we grew up with, and then this one, which one would it be?
Oh, I think I would choose this one. Yeah.
Okay, so you're elated.
Okay, that's the Siena dictionary for you. Okay.
So you're saying you prefer this? You think this is...
At this point, yes, I would say that.
And the nutritional value. The nutritional value
Yep,
toast?
Yep. Mm-hmm. It's ono. It's ono. Plus, their logo is a
right?
bee that's riding a surfboard on a wave. That's a very Portlandy kind of
Label.
thing, right? Like this small, handcrafted, small batch, right?
Yes.
Like this small thing. Like that's
There are
very niche kind of thing. That's very Portlandy
There are very...
from our perspective, having come from Southern California, anyway.
There are a lot of similarities with Portland and Hawaii.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
All right. Okay. So we did the taste test. Yummy. Those came just today. We had to try them. I am so excited. So thank you to my brother in Hilo.
I'm writing down Hawaii's local buzz in our notes because we're going to, I guess we should probably put a link.
Yes,
right?
let people enjoy it. And I also just saw that you can buy it on Amazon. Now, I didn't do a price comparison, but anyways. All right. So that's a nice kickoff to this food episode, I would say. Okay, but we also wanted to share something else that's been going on in our food consumption and our drinking.
In our food life.
Drink life. Okay. A friend of ours, this was probably a year ago now, actually over a year ago, last March, gave us this little thing to do our own pour-over coffees.
And we did not even know what that was before we moved to Portland.
Loosely. Like
you heard of it.
Yes, I heard of it.
But it was kind of a mystery beyond that to you.
Yeah.
But
oh my gosh,
after moving to Portland, we were educated about pour-over coffee. Now, if you don't know what that is, all that means is, well...
It's literal. It's literally pouring water over coffee grinds.
So you have this little porcelain contraption, right? It's like
it looks like a filter.
That's shaped to simply hold a coffee filter.
Yeah.
And it has holes on the bottom to just let the water, well, your coffee,
go through,
drop into your mug. And you just drop a filter in there.
No, heat the water. No.
It's not that complicated, really.
Toast. Well, it's not complicated, but there's an art. Like you heat the water.
Well, it depends how artful you want to get about it. It's kind of like the Japanese tea ceremony to me. It's like you can drink tea or you can do a Japanese tea ceremony.
Well, you do need to.
Either way, you know.
Well, we should test that out and see if you can just put the filter in there and just like pour it over and slam the water on the grinds. No.
Well, okay,
right?
here's how I make it though, right? I make you pour over, right?
You do, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, so
tell me how to.
Yeah, so
exactly.
here's how you do it. You get your pour over contraption. I don't even know what that thing is called. That porcelain thing, right? And you put the filter in there, and then you heat water on a stove until it's just below boiling. So what I usually do is I let it boil and then I let it cool off for a little bit. I don't use no thermometers or anything like that. Maybe fancy people will do that. And then I just pour the water so that it soaks the filter, which I've been told gets, I guess, the taste of the filter out of the way, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so the water pours through that. And then and it also has the effect of warming up your mug.
Yes.
Okay. So then you dump that water.
You swirl it, and then you dump it.
Okay, then you dump it.
But do you see, like, already in the process, there is a way to do it? You're not just throwing the filter in and throwing the coffee in and then just...
Right.
Like, avalanching the water on
and then you put, how much water how many ground?
Quarter cup.
A quarter cup of coffee grounds, freshly ground.
But you don't want them too ground. You don't want them ground like espresso grounds.
Not super finely ground, right?
But not too coarse.
But just right. Just right, huh? So you put a quarter cup of your coffee grounds in there, and then you pour the water to soak those grounds.
Well, wait. But how do you pour the water?
So that it covers all of the grounds.
But you do it in a circular motion.
I don't do it in a circular motion.
Slowly.
No, I just make
you
sure
don't
that
drown them to death. Like you don't want it to slam on them so it's so hard that the water just goes through so quick. You want to do it slowly so that every ground has its chance to be soaked by the water.
You make it sound so nice. Yeah, your way's
just
better.
like enjoy being, oh, this warm water feels so good. And then you go in and that's why you do the circular, and then the water will rise to the top of your filter, and that's enough. Stop. Right? Then you give it a chance to just let the coffee just emanate from from the grinds all to the cup, the warmed cup. And then you let them breathe.
There's something called a bloom or something, right?
Yes. And then you do your water again.
Like you let it bloom or something.
Pour the water.
You know,
in
the coffee snobs are listening to us
motion.
and just making fun of us now.
I know, because we really don't know. But that's what we do. That's what we learned. And it's
We like it.
amazing. Wait, what is that? You're just
I'm
so
elated.
like...
And it just elates me.
You love
Yeah,
pour
in fact,
over.
I'm going to want one after this now.
Why are you saying like, we like it?
And we like it.
We like it. We love it. Toast. Wait, look me in the eye. We love it.
We love it.
Right?
We love it. Yeah. Now I'm getting excited.
Wait, am I
I'm getting excited.
Am I bullying you?
No.
Right.
no.
Okay, so
There's no coercion happening.
we love it, right?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So why like we
I
like it?
I think I said I like it
No.
because I'm saying that, you know, the way that we make our coffee, even though it's not this high end, like super pinkies in the air, kind of, we know all the terminology. We make our pour over and we like it. So there. Maybe that's what I was kind of saying.
I would still.
I don't know. I
replace
wasn't
like with
analyzing. I
love.
wasn't going
We
to go
love
into
it.
analyzing it, but okay.
I think we love it.
Okay.
Because
We
every
love
time
it.
every time we drink it,
Yeah.
we're like, oh my God, it's so good. And we even use it as a treat. Like we still use our basic coffee maker that is not as good.
But it's more convenient.
Clearly not
Yeah.
as good. And then we're like, oh, let's have a pour over.
Yeah, that's a midday treat.
Because it's so good. We don't take it for granted. But I don't know, you throwing the word like around. I don't know if
fly
it
with
really,
you. Okay.
honors
Ooh, I
the
have to
pour over.
I have to watch my words.
Okay.
I have to use more strong words.
Look, we spent 13 minutes talking about pour over.
It's all good. It's a
And
Portland
then,
thing.
like, yeah, but we didn't get to like really the meat of the non-meat of the episode. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We do need a pour over after this. Okay. So we wanted to continue talking about food and
I'm sorry.
yeah, what?
I'm sorry. I have to interrupt. And we just need to explain why we like the pour over better. Can you explain for the people like why it's such a special thing?
Okay, you guys. Okay,
Just
wait,
quickly,
You can't
you
even
don't have
say
to, like,
you guys,
go way
right?
into
you
it.
guys is not right. Okay, people,
Folks, friends,
the
enemies.
pour over coffee is so good because it's never going to be bitter, like how some coffees taste bitter or a little burnt. Sometimes Starbucks is guilty of that, like the coffee's burnt. It will also never be acidy tasting. You won't have that acidic taste in your coffee. And yet it is just smooth yet strong.
Smooth yet strong. There you go.
Because a lot of times the strength is compromised when you take out too much of the acid. Like something about it feels like, I don't know, it's kind of like decaf. But it keeps the strength of the coffee, deliciousness, while also making it smooth.
Okay.
I said that 3 different times, but that's what it is.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think that was important to explain why
Yeah, like
the
why it's
enthusiasm
so
for pour
damn
over
good.
here.
Okay, so anyways, all right, so in a previous episode, we talked a little bit about how we've really changed our eating habits in terms of just cooking more at home. And that really started in like mid-January, and we've been doing really well with it. I'm so grateful for finally getting our act together with that and getting our cooking back again.
Well, me too. And I just have to give Siena all the props here because she has done all of the heavy lifting. I mean, Siena, you have...
Well, not really, because you do all our grocery shopping.
Well,
for us.
I do the literal lifting, but you have done the figurative heavy lifting. You have planned out our weekly menus, our weekly menu plan. You have made the grocery list, and you have done, I would say, 90 or more % of the actual cooking and food preparation. And my part has really been only just to go out and get the groceries and do the errands.
Well, you do the dishes.
Right? And the cleanup.
You do the dishes.
Yeah. And I've done some of the cooking, which I do enjoy.
Yes.
But I just have to give you the props and appreciation and
Well,
thank you so much. And I recall
you are
that,
very welcome.
And I know that, it took some effort, like on your part, especially at the beginning, because you weren't used to doing that.
I wasn't used to devoting the time it takes to actually prepare a weekly menu as well as creating the list and then preparing 2 spots in the day to make food. So we do a green juice in the morning, which I make, and then evening we have a dinner, a home-cooked dinner. But it has been such a game changer for us because not only are we spending less money eating out
or taking out
or
food, delivery,
we feel so much better health-wise. We just, after we had been eating home-cooked meals. Now, this isn't like, because when we started this, the weather was still really cold for us and rainy and all of that. So I'm not talking about the level of health like we're eating all raw, all vegan and raw. I'm talking about this is still cooked stuff, cooked comfort food like veggie stews and chilies. But the thing is that it's home cooked because when you're cooking at home, you can control what's going into your recipe as well as, and then therefore what's going in your body. And it's fresher, like from the time you make it to the time it goes into your body. And then, so after being on home-cooked food for like a month or so, we had a takeout meal and we were slammed.
It was really shocking, actually. How bad I felt after eating that meal.
And the meal wasn't unhealthy.
No.
Well, it wasn't even. Obviously, it was.
Well, by comparison. But it wasn't fast food.
No.
It was just restaurant food.
Yeah, restaurant food.
Yep. Restaurant food.
Wasn't heavy carbs or anything like that.
Yeah, it wasn't like...
Because we're eating cooked potatoes, we're eating rice, we're eating those things.
Yeah. But this restaurant food, it wasn't like it was macaroni grill and greasy dripping thing. It wasn't that kind of restaurant food. It was just... It
had like
Asian,
veggies
it was
and rice noodles and things like that. But
so, and I ate. I had my first serving, and I was like, didn't enjoy that as much as I thought as I would,
or as much as we did before, because it wasn't like a new restaurant,
right? And then later in the night, I was just like, I don't feel good. Yeah. And then the next morning, you wake up and you're like,
it's like a hangover.
Swollen, your fingers
you're
are puffy from the salt, I guess.
Your face is like double the size, and your limbs feel like heavy. Like, oh my God, I cannot wake up. I can't wake up. Yeah. Like, I'm so tired.
So it was pretty shocking to realize what a difference the food we eat makes.
Because a lot of times the restaurant is choosing the cheapest ingredients, right?
Right.
Which oftentimes it's not organic.
Right.
And so it's like all the pesticides and chemicals and all of that food. So going without all those pesticides and chemicals because we choose
for
organic
4 weeks or whatever it was.
It's like your body is just like, what the heck? Like, here comes all these chemicals, and your body has to work so hard processing them, and it's really the liver's job to do that. And then most often what happens is with all those chemicals, guess what happens?
What, they get stored in your fat?
your body will store it in your fat to protect the
got
rest
it
of your
right.
organs from this onslaught of chemicals and pesticides and toxicities. So, we're so grateful for having had that experience of feeling the difference, because it only inspires us that what we're doing, even if we're making comfort foods, we've moved on to salads and just some nice clean cooked veggies now, but it really inspires us to have that, to keep going for one, but it's confirmation that no, it matters. Cooking at home matters. It's not just a budget thing. Mm-hmm. It matters because you're choosing great ingredients to make a meal.
Yeah. And, I have to say that experience, it was a completely unplanned experience that, we're going to try restaurant food and it's going to make us feel like crap, right? That was not the idea.
That because we were with friends.
Right. The idea was, let's treat ourselves.
Yeah.
And our
let's
friends.
Not cook today and let's
just order in. But having the negative experience and negative association with the restaurant food, it really did help us and benefit us because it did give us that experience of, hey, keep doing your home cooked stuff. It does matter. Yeah,
yes.
It was really interesting.
Yes.
I think that's a great example of how a quote unquote negative experience can have a positive effect.
Yes.
It's all in how you interpret it and stuff like that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So that's been really good. And starting the day, so really bookending our days, like starting the day with some great green juice. And I will give you, we'll actually give you our green juice recipe. And this is just the bare bones recipe. You can add anything you want to it. It may be any fruits or veggies that might be, on their last leg and you don't want to waste it. Throw it in your juice. But this is the bare bones that you can start with. But we start our day with the green juice and then we end our day with a home cooked meal. And it's helped so much.
And for the green juice, just a heads up, you do need a good blender.
Good blender or a juicer.
Yeah.
And a nut milk bag if you don't have a juicer.
Right.
A nut milk bag. Yeah. Yeah. So
the other thing I've really enjoyed as we've concentrated more on our home cooking is the experience of the meal prep itself. And I know I said that I don't do as much of it as you. I would like to do more. And I think what I've enjoyed about the times I have done it is it does feel like an area for creative expression.
Yes.
Right? And like that one time I tried to make guacamole and then we sat down and we had a few bites and we're like, what can make this better? Right?
Yeah.
And I think I added more, we didn't have lime, so I added some lemon juice and sat down again and was like, oh yeah, this is better. It's brighter. There's something, that just elevates, that takes it to a different level. And so going through that kind of process, it just is more enjoyable than just opening a carton and digging in. Like putting it together and stuff. Like to me, that's a very cool luxury.
To be able to cook,
I consider it a
cook your food.
luxury. Yeah.
It should be a necessity.
It should be.
But I think,
but
in a way it's a luxury because of,
in our day and age,
we're lucky we're fortunate to work from home, which helps.
Right, exactly.
We have no commute time to
Right.
account for and go, oh, okay, well, it's going to take me 45 minutes to get home. And you lose that. That 45 minutes can be spent making your dinner.
Right. That's huge.
Yeah,
That's huge.
leaving the house in the morning, that's when I'm making the green juice, so... Yeah, but toast.
But it did take an adjustment, even for us.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, yeah, absolutely. Like in the beginning, I was game to do this, but I felt a little stressed because I'm like, when am I gonna? Because I was used to the schedule I had prior that didn't include all this like cooking and juicing and stuff like that. So it certainly took an adjustment. However, once we started to feel the positive effects, it really helped to just encourage us to keep going. And now it's a habit. It's like, okay, you know what? We're good. Because now we're recording this in late May. We're recording it late May. And we've been doing this since mid-January. So it's been great. I did want to say that, Toast was saying, I do most of the cooking and all that. But I would like to highlight some of my favorite meals that you make.
Okay.
So my absolute favoriteest thing that Toast makes is roasted broccoli with garlic. And it's not, she uses the Chinese broccoli. Is that common? Do people know Chinese broccoli?
I don't know.
It's not the broccoli that is,
it's not American broccoli.
whatever that.
It's not the broccoli that
broccoli
comes on your plate when you go to a steakhouse that's next to the
anyways
meatloaf or whatever.
It's a darker green and it's longer. The floret is a little more
they're just more delicate,
stringy.
I guess, right?
I don't know what it is, but I love Chinese broccoli. So she will roast that with garlic. Oh my God, it's so good.
You can't go wrong with garlic, right? Do we have garlic fans out there?
So good.
Freaking love garlic.
Oh, it's so good, you guys. It's so good. Folks, it's so good. So I love that. Oh, but I don't eat a lot of pasta. But Toast makes amazing pesto, which in and of itself is a raw food.
Right. And
what?
You can eat pesto. You don't have to eat pesto with pasta, right? You
No,
can
but I don't
eat
like it with
other
anything
vegetables.
else. No, that's for you. If I'm going to have pesto, I'm going to have it with capellini.
Angel hair pasta.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God. So Toast makes awesome pesto. And the other thing that I love that you make, but we don't make it often because there's some grain in it, is roasted peppers.
Oh, the stuffed
peppers in the slow
cooker.
cooker.
I really want to make that again.
That's so good.
I love slow cooker cooking. I don't know, something about it. I just love that.
It's so good.
It feels like there's a ancient heritage to it somehow. Like, does that?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
And back in the day when I just ate anything and everything, Toast used to make the most awesome lemon bars.
Oh.
But it was probably made with like a lot of
tons of
crappy
egg
stuff,
yolks and sugar.
Yeah, Okay. Anyways, so what do you take from this episode? Hopefully, if you've been thinking about upping your meal game, maybe you'll feel inspired to add more home cooking. Maybe you already do home cooking, and maybe you will just take it to the next level.
And feel free to share any recipes or favorite dishes or ideas or tips or anything if you would like.
Yes.
Because we're into that stuff.
All right. Let's go make our pour over.
Yes, we're going to finish recording this episode and then make a pour over. All right.
So we hope you have a wonderful week. And if you liked this episode, we would love if you'd leave a review for us on iTunes. The link is in the show notes in case you don't listen to this episode on iTunes. You might be listening on Spotify.
Who knows? But if you
what
leave
else
us,
is it? Yeah, I don't know what else. Breaker.
If you leave a review, then it's kind of like a little message in a bottle for us that we'll just get at some point. Because it's not like an email, right? Like an email comes right to you and you get it immediately. But a review is like, you discover it.
Someone left a review.
Yeah, you discover it after a while. All right. Until next time.
This is Siena.
And this is Toast telling you love life, live free.